folks, and again a very warm welcome to you. My name is Nick. We're looking on the ZX Spectrum for a shoot 'em up game, a horizontal scroller called Uridium, by Hewson Consultants in 1986. Also was released on the Amstrad CPC, the Commodore 64 and the BBC Micro as well. Essentially you control a ship, quite obvious for most shooters, but your solar system, or our solar system, is under attack. There's an alien dreadnought around each of our planets and it's draining our mineral resources, so we must go up in our Manta class space fighter, which is this thing here, and blow everything up and then land on the runway at the end. Now this game's very tricky. On my practice go I didn't do very well, so if I don't do very well on this go I'll put a cheat in so you can see, oops, a few of the stages. So you've got to avoid obstacles as you go over this dreadnought thing and waves of fighters. And there's a Curious X or like pad, we've got to avoid that as well because some sort of weird shit takes off from that. So it's a bit monochrome as you would expect. Right, oops, so now avoid these. Good. So we've only got one sort of weapon, which is to fight, to shoot. There's two players, but I'm the only player here. Did you have this one back in the day? Oops, let me know. I think it was held in quite high regard by a lot of people. I never really got on with it that well, so I didn't play it too much. But graphically, it's quite good. Nice sounds on this one as well. Come on, Nick, get off level 1 before cheat mode is activated. So that cross thing is a bit deadly, so I try and steam past that. You can go in two directions. There's a rather cool animation as the ship flips over when you go to the other direction. If you had this one back in the day, let me know. Did you complete it legitimately? There is a star field underneath the dreadnought, but you never actually see the planet you're defending. Oh god, right, there's that thing there. Right, got around that monstrosity. Oh, and we got attacked by an alien wave from behind, and it's game over. Whoops. So I'll put my initials in, then I'll put the poke for invincibility, so we can at least see a few other stages. But I think they're roughly the same, but it just changes to a different colour. Hewson Consultants, there we go, 1986. Hewson Consultants put out quite a few top games. This is another one of them, Uridium. I don't know if that's based on an actual existing element. Right, let's get this poke in. I think that should pretty much do it. Good music on this one as well to start us off. And a faded font as well. Lots of attention to detail. Our ship's called a Manta, so let's defend all of our minerals against everything. Has this poke worked? Well, we'll soon find out because I do tend to die quite quickly on it. Right. There's the thing from the X and it's crashed into us and we haven't died, so we're doing well. Wonderful. Now when we get to the end, as I say, we need to land on a runway, which is on the bottom of the screen. Not quite sure how to land the ship, so that's going to get interesting. Dreadnought is quite big, but not excessively so. So it's all about tactics here, taking out the enemy waves, hiding when you need to, go back and hide behind something else. You're not on a time limit, so that's fine. Right, I think this is near the end. It might be the end, actually. We'll soon know because we'll run out of places to be and it'll just flip around again. Yeah, we've run out of dreadnought, so we need to get back here and land. It will tell us when we land, when we shot enough stuff. Right, land. And I have landed. Good. So it seems to be up and fire button or down and fire button. Wave destruction bonus 0 times 1,000. Dreadnought destruction bonus 0 times 1,000. So I haven't even blown up the dreadnought, so I'm doing something a bit wrong. But anyway, Stage 2, exactly the same, but it's a little bit green. Some of the background might be a little bit different or in a different order, but it's a bit cut and pasty how they put the thing together. I'm not sure what planet we defended there. Occasionally in the top middle it'll show you what mineral they are mining. Lead, it says there. Yeah, but it doesn't tell you which planet you're defending each time. I would have liked that. That would have been pretty cool. You can't destroy the dreadnought unless you destroyed absolutely everything, I don't think. But at least we're hindering these dreaded aliens. I don't know what minerals you'll be getting from Mars, Venus. Mars is sort of like a rusty colour, isn't it? So I don't know if there's sort of like copper sulfate there. I don't know. You might know. I've never had a major mining operation on any of the major planets, so I'm not sure. I think in Elite, Frontier Elite on the Commodore Amiga, I might have had a mining operation, but then I got bored of that because it's all about being in battles, really. It won't let me land yet. Curses. Maybe this is the wrong landing pad. Oh, land now. Right. Please let me land. I've landed. Alright, so I did get a destruction bonus before, it counted down quite quickly. Brilliant. So we have destroyed the Dreadnought. Let's take that as red. Stage 3 is yellow. So as a kid I was always big on the stages changing colours from each stage. It gave you a feeling you was actually getting somewhere. So kudos for that. The Dreadnought does look like a slightly different design. Kaboom kapow. What's your favourite 2D shooter on this? On the Spectrum? Have I reviewed it yet or not? Let me know. As I say, it was quite popular back in the day, this one. It was the one I didn't actually own. As a kid, I think if I did have it, I'd go back to it every now and again. But I think a lot of the time the difficulty with these shooters frustrates me a little bit. So I used to gravitate towards some of the easier platform games. And the racing games, of course. This one's a bit technical, but anyway. It's quite easy to learn, really. There's not a vast amount on the screen, so you could learn it quite quickly if you donated the time to it. So the learning curve is good in that regard. One of the errors a lot of the shooters in retro gaming land did was put too much on the screen or gave you too tight of space to manoeuvre around. This doesn't do that at all. So in terms of that, it is quite genius, really. Land, right, good. Copper. So what colour ship are we going on next? I'm going for light blue. Let's go for cyan as my bet. You put your bet in. Light blue? It's white. Well, we got that wrong. Kaboom! We're in space. We're on another planet. We don't know which one. Pluto was regarded as a planet back then, so I presume there's a stage based on that. Pluto is smaller than some other dwarf planets. I haven't got all the stats here. I don't know how many dwarf planets there are, but absolutely loads and loads of the things. Loads! So if you want to go missing in the solar system, you've got your own ship, then you could probably find somewhere. There's not many spaceships around at time of recording, 2018. By the time you're watching this, I don't know how long YouTube is going to last for, but if you're watching this in year 5000 and something, hopefully I'm still alive through cryonics, but the chances are quite minimal, and you have got a spaceship. You might even be watching this on one of the moons of Jupiter. If so, let me know. I won't be able to read the comment, but let me know anyway. There might be a computer that simulates my brain. That's interesting, isn't it? Right, it'll probably take up 2K of memory. That Dreadnought's blown up. Next one up. And it's magenta, and that's probably the least effective colour scheme out of all of them. Oh yeah, remember to blink on this one. The ship's the same colour as the Dreadnought, but I don't think they could have done anything about that without clever coding. I'm being a bit greedy, but if the ship was a different colour to the background, it'd probably be a little bit better for me. But you know, you have to work within the what the computer can do. There's nice shadowing when the ship goes over these structures, you might have noticed as well. You've got to avoid colour clash when you're doing these games, because it can ruin it a bit. So it's a lesser of two equals, making it the same colour as the background. Doesn't work so bad with horizontal scrollers. I've played some vertical scrollers where it's virtually impossible with a lot of stuff shooting at you to try and get through. And we're at the end of the Dreadnought already. No, I would not have been able to complete this without a cheat on. We're not going to go through all of them unless it ends quite quickly. We'll just see a few, see how the gameplay varies. But it looks like the gameplay is pretty much the same through each stage. Some of the alien waves might be a little bit more difficult there, but not a great deal. There's enough here to keep a kid addicted to the game. You would have got value for money, so another tick there. Although, having said that, it's not one of my favourite games, but for no real reason of quality. I have to keep a practical mind when I look at these. Right, land now, please land. Up and fire, down and fire. I think you have to be in a precise position here, but no time element. But if you didn't have a cheat on, you'd probably die trying to land the thing. Right, we've landed. Dreadnought destruction bonus, that's blown up as well. Good. Prepare, player one. So we'll make this the last stage and then we'll probably call it a day. See if anything dramatically different happens here. Don't think it's going to. But basically destroy as much things as you can from these surface implements before you land at the end, and then everything's looking cool. You could spend quite a lot of time going backward and forward before getting to the end. I don't think the alien waves regenerate in any way. Don't rush through like I'm doing to show you all the levels. Take your time with it, destroy everything that this Dreadnought has to offer, and that'll get you extra points in the Dreadnought destruction bonus. Because those sneaky aliens are only going to prepare the Dreadnought and come back later on. So it's not going to be a point that if you destroy all the things, you've got some amazing explosion sequence, the whole thing falls apart. You won't see that. It's just do enough damage to progress to the next stage, and I seem to be doing the bare minimum. Uridium! Uridium! Yes. I think this did have a sequel as well called Uridium Plus. Haven't seen that game, so I'm not sure how much it differs from this. I'm not even sure if it was an official release or just an upgrade. We might come to that at a later date. I'm guessing something very, very similar. Right, land. Brillo pads. Destruction sequence initiated, so you get the general idea here. So I think we'll call it a day at this stage. I hope you've had to having a look at that one. That was Uridium on the ZX Spectrum 48K, produced by Hewson Consultants in 1986. A quite solid shooter, not a bad little game. If you've got any memories about this one, or anything retro, or memories or things to say, then please put that in the comment section below. You're always more than welcome. A massive thanks to everyone that's subscribed to the channel so far, helping the channel grow, and to those kind people that have shared the videos on social media to spread the word around. That's really helpful. And until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.